Friends, myself is Mr. Sapan Banerjee Purnapatro, IPS, Superintendent of Police, Dakshin Dinajpur, in the state of West Bengal. Here I am presenting a video recording of an incident involving serious law and order problem at village Diur under Kumarganj PH on 6th October 2008. The basic objective of this presentation is to demonstrate the loopholes in the preparedness of police while dispersing a riotous mob. On way to Diur, where the communal riot was about to erupt, we encountered a vast gathering of unruly mob at Baul on state highway, which was about 6 kilometers away from the actual place of occurrence. The crowd of hostile mob, numbering more than 1,000, had put up a road blockade in protest against the hanging of a portion of carcass of a cow in front of a Durga Mandap at Diur. They were obstructing the vehicular movement and shouting slogans with serious communal overtone. Our vehicle were also obstructed, but we somehow managed to rush forward to Diur, where the communal riot was about to break out. When we reached the spot, about 50 police personnel, which included senior police officials, including the local OC, CI, DSP, along with the BDO, executive magistrate, etc., were already present. They had tried repeatedly to pacify the mob but failed. At the PO, in front of the Puja Mandap, a hostile crowd of more than 1,000 persons were shouting slogans against the administration and the Muslim community for the hanging of a portion of the carcass of a cow in front of the Durga Mandap. The Hindus were in vast majority, who were armed with various lethal weapons that included lathis, swords, bows and arrows. They blamed the Muslim community for the entire incident and were ready to take revenge. On the other hand, a gathering of Muslim mob was also standing at about 500 yards away from the Durga Mandap. They were also in readiness to face the hostile Hindu mob. On the request of district magistrate, no police action was taken immediately. Myself, along with the DM, tried to negotiate with both the communities to reach an amicable solution through dialogue. However, all our efforts failed. The Hindu mob was obstructing the act of removal of the carcass by the police. They were also preventing the willing villagers from starting the Durga Puja. A nearby Idgah was also their target. We continued our dialogues with the leaders and members of Puja committee and repeatedly requested them to maintain peace and also urged them to help removing the cow leg. But the request was turned down by the crowds. Instead, when police tried to remove the cow leg from the Puja Mandap, the mob became more violent and attacked the police party with brick bats, resulting in various injuries, including minor injuries to myself and the district magistrate. The SDO promulgated 144 CRPC within the radius of 1,000 meters. The mob gathered was declared as unlawful assembly and was ordered to disperse. The mob became more violent and they were about to attack the nearby Idgah with an intention to cause damage of it. We had no other option but to take action against the unruly mob. Initially, police resorted to lathi charge and fired tear gas shells. However, the mob continued their assault and attacked the police party by pelting brick bats, throwing arrows and attempted to assault with hasua, sword, etc. At last, in exercise of right of private defense and to save the lives of innocent people and to prevent communal riot, 3 rounds were fired from the service rifle of a police constable. The firing ultimately succeeded in dispersing the unruly mob. A number of arrests were made from the spot and the position was finally brought under control. On the other hand, in protest against the incident at Dior, the people of Baul staged a road blockade on State Highway 10. As seen from the video clipping, the situation at Baul was brought under control only by resorting to lathi charge. About 23 persons were arrested from that place. In the total incident, the local police did a commendable job. The situation was brought under control without any serious damage of life and property. However, from the videos we can detect some serious loopholes in the approach of the local police while dispersing the unruly mob. Firstly, we can see that more than 80% of police force in action were without any helmet or any other protective gear to save themselves from the brick batting. This flaw could have resulted in serious injuries of the police personnel. Incidentally, my head was saved from being smashed by a brick had I not worn a helmet in right time. So all police personnel must always be prepared with helmet and other protective gear during time of action. Secondly, sporadic movement and lack of coordination among police force during time of action was also experienced. Force were taking action scatteredly without being directed by their immediate senior officers at the spot. Thirdly, wearing of sari by lady police and LHGs was not at all desirable at the time of performing law and order duty. Trousers and shirts are more convenient for the quick movement of lady police personnel on action. Fourthly, no back protection was provided while there was forward movement by the officers and men. Fifthly, fired empty cartridges were not collected by the constables on action immediately after firing from their service rifles. These were the serious loopholes in the preparedness of police as I have experienced during the incident. So the last but not the least lesson for all police force is to take up everything seriously in order to tackle a riotous mob making minimum harm of self as well as public life and property.